Welcome back to Make My World Mini. Let's get on with the show. We are over here with Star, and she's helping out in the bakery today because Adeline is a little under the weather. So I found Backyard Barbecue Claytivity Kits, Clay All Day, Series 1, and 8 modeling tools, 5 air dry bags, easy to follow recipe book inside. I found these at Five Below. I was pretty excited. They come with a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can see the back of that, but we can make stuff out of clay. Hamburger, french fries, kind of like we did in Poppin' Cookin', but with clay all day. So I think we should get this open. I'm pretty excited about it. I found it, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm not sure exactly, but let's get this open. We should look at this first. I was looking at the recipes, oh my gosh, to make the cheeseburger and the hot dog. Back here's the barbecue sauce and ketchup and the french fries. I am pretty excited. So what do we have in here? We have this tan clay, and it's squishy, obviously, air dry clay. We have the green clay, yellow clay, red, and brown. So pretty exciting. We also have, looks like sprinkles. Looks like they gave us some kind of sprinkles. Oh, they're calling them sesame seeds. That makes sense for the buns. Okay. All right, so we have all that and the recipe book. And then we have this. I think we should get this stuff out. A placemat, perhaps. This is one of those smashers. You know, make smash burgers. And then we have this tray. It looks like a tin pan mold. That's what it looks like. I think they're calling it a grilling basket, but I'm pretty sure it's for the french fries. A skewer. I think they're calling that the skewer. They're calling this the 2-prong fork. We have the spatula and the knife. And it says we're going to flatten it out, probably on here. Oh, how cute. I need just a little bit more for the other bun. This is so cute. I like the way this air dry clay feels. It's not bad. Kind of puff it up so it looks like the top and bottom of the bun. Okay, to make the tomato, it says to take the smasher and smash it. And there's our tomato. And then we have to do the same thing with the brown for the patty. Okay, we have the sesame seeds out. Bowls. Whoops, I just spilled a little bit of the sesame seeds. All right. So again, we do the same thing. Well, that doesn't seem like that worked out very well. Hold on. Let's get it more round. Maybe it'll look better if it's more round. I think so. Oh, yes, much better. I just think they look a bit better if they were just a little more round. All right, we need grain for the lettuce. That's what it tells us right here. They tell you to take your spatula to carve out the swirl shape edges of the lettuce. So let's go ahead and make our lettuce. The smash tool, it says, and then it says to take our knife, sculpt the lettuce. But now we can build our burger. So how do we want to do it? Do we want to do tomato, maybe lettuce, and then patty, cheese, something like that. Don't have to be in that exact order, but something like that. All right, I need to get our bun tops off of there. There we go. There's our bun tops. Maybe the bun top should have been just a little bit more thicker though. But you know what? It still is a really cool little kit. Look at that. This one I think looks a little better than this one. What do you guys think? And then of course we have the sesame seeds we have to put on. So we take a little bowl of these. And we can put our sesame seeds into the buns. Oh, how cute is that? I have made hot dogs out of Play-Doh before. So roll it. We'll smash. I like the little smasher. This thing's pretty cool. Smash it down. And then obviously we're gonna indent it so the hot dog can fit there. And then it tells us to make the hot dog, roll the clay into a ball, flatten slightly with the press, and then roll it with your hands into a sausage shape. So we grab the brown over here. And this stuff, I feel like it dries out pretty fast, so. Okay, that's too much. It's too much of a hot dog. Alright, so you can roll it, kind of smash it, and then kind of shape it with your fingers. I mean, this is how you make the hot dogs and the corn dogs, etc. And then we just kind of put it in there like so. These are just going to be, this kind of reminds me of how I make the food out of Play-Doh. Very much so. So this is kind of cool. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff we could make with these cute little tools here. Look at that. Now we got ketchup and mustard on there. Look at that. Ain't that cute? Now, it doesn't say to put mustard, but I did. Not bad for just doing it real quickly. And then French fries, basically you're just making the fries with your fingers and putting them in the fry basket. Now, I'm not going to make a ton of these because I kind of have made my own kind of fries before out of Play-Doh. So, again, you're just rolling it and shaping the ends with your fingers. And that's our fries. Alright, and that pretty much is your recipes. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty neat. I mean, their buns look a little bit better with the sesame seeds than mine do. This is really adorable. It really is cute, especially if you want to make hamburgers and hot dogs. And obviously, the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. I do like all the accessories that come with it. I think it's really stinking adorable and definitely worth it. My favorite is the press. You know, the meat press or the bun press, whatever you want to call it, the press. I like that. That's my favorite. And the sesame seeds are cute, but I wish they were a little bit different color, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's move on. We have this kit, also by the same people, Series 1, Bake Shop. So I'm excited about that. Clay all day again. 8 modeling tools and air dry clay. So let's go ahead and get this. We have the blue clay, we have pink clay, that's pretty. We have another tan clay, or a different kind of tan clay. It kind of, they said tan, but tan in the other one was this color. So it's kind of like an off orange maybe, I don't know. And then we have another brown clay, which we have one from the other kit, so we won't open this one. And then we have this cream color clay, which is really cool too. I like the cream color clay. All right, we have a bowl up here because we have more sprinkles. So we're going to get the sprinkles in the bowl. And then here's our recipe booklet. We need to open our accessories first. Now these are what I'm most excited of, is the accessories. Right. So we have a rolling pin. We have, it looks like a cutting board, a charcuterie board. And then we have a bagel maker, I assume. I will look. We have a pie tin. We have another knife. We have another spatula. We have like a pizza cutter. And we have a beautiful little bowl. I like the bowl. The bowl is cute. All right, let's see if all these sprinkles are gonna fit. Ooh, those are some big sprinkles. Oh, okay. Let's just leave them right there. Don't put too many. All right. Instead of opening everything and trying to make everything this time, how about we just try to make the bagels? I personally wouldn't want to shove any clay or anything, Play-Doh or anything in there. I feel like this is more for decor because it would probably get stuck. I don't know how you would get it back out. Maybe these would be okay. I'm not sure, but I think they're telling me to wrap it around, to make the bagels, wrap it around the bottom of the bowl, like so, to make the bagel. I could be reading these directions wrong, but that's what it sounds like to me. To make the bagel, like wrap it around the bottom of the bowl. And then join the rings, you know, like, and then join it to make the bagel part. Am I right? I don't know. That I'm not sure. But I always find when I make donuts or bagels out of Play-Doh, I always find that it's just easier to mold it with my fingers. Because I feel like you can, I don't know, do it better, comes out better. And I do like Play-Doh much better than air dry clay, but that's just my opinion. Now we could pretend that's a chocolate donut because bagels and donuts look a lot alike. But what I would do to keep the sprinkles on here, and this is just me, see, I feel like I'd use the back of my knife to try and round out my bagel or donut. Something like that. We're gonna make a donut instead of a bagel because my tan color was messed up. Alright, of course I would do better off camera because, you know, you're not trying to get it done for the camera kind of thing. But I need my clear glue. Hold on. Okay, so I cut a little piece of paper towel or napkin for it. I have some clear Elmer school glue on there, and now I'm just going to take the sprinkles and try very carefully to get them on there and spread them out. They are very large and uncharged sprinkles. Off camera, I'd want to cut these down just a little more because they're very large. So a little bit more smaller would, I think, would be better. Do I love all these accessories? Yes. If I can figure out this mold, I will come back and share that with you. But I love all the accessories, and I will be practicing all these recipes, especially these ones, because I've made hamburgers and hot dogs and corn dogs and stuff like that, ketchup and french fries, all this stuff before with Play-Doh, but I wouldn't mind practicing with Play-Doh with this, especially the pie. I'm looking forward to that. And the cinnamon roll. Bagels, like I said, could be a donut or a bagel. It's all about the color of the dough, I personally think. But they look like they have, like, I don't know, like sesame seeds on top of the bagel. They say to put your sprinkles on the bagel, but then wouldn't it be a donut and not a bagel? So I would probably use the sesame seeds if I made a bagel, or make sesame seeds. All right, I am pushed for time, so we're going to go ahead and clean up and move on. So we are going to finish off this video with make it from scratch. Let's go ahead and open these two. I got these a while ago and they were on clearance at my Walmart, I think for $5. But anyway, let's get these over the table in here. I assume this is the bottom of the table. And then we have, what do we have? Sunny Griddle, make it at home, milk, chocolate milk. So we're gonna have some chocolate milk. I assume this goes to the cap, you know, to the top. And then pourable pancake mix. All right. Ooh, we have a measuring cup in here. I don't remember this series. I didn't get too many of these. I think maybe just 2 or 3. So we have a cute little measuring cup in here. That'll come in handy. And, ooh, we got some plates or trays in here. Look at the cute little pancake pan. They got little bears. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to bust out the air dry clay again. And we have a cute, adorable plate. You can see like little pink. I don't know if you guys can in camera, but that's cute. We'll get the, because I don't want to use the resin, so we will get some Play-Doh or some air dry clay out. See what's in here. It's our tongs. And it's what? A spatula. Woohoo, we have another spatula. That'll be nice. Ooh, and they gave us a fork. I would love some different color forks, wouldn't you? Not just gray. Kind of like they did in the Taco Bell series. The forks were black. I thought that was neat. Alright, and then we have, of course, our instructions and stuff. Please read, because you don't want to not do that. Alright, what's in here? Made with love. Oh, that's so cute. Alright, what is... I dropped it. Of course I did. I always do. We have some fruit in here. That's what it is. We have some strawberries and bananas in here. Looking good. And of course we have a tip, but we're not going to use it. It is the maple syrup. We'll make our own maple syrup. Alright, let's make some of these. These are cute. I'm going to go get the, what'd you call it? Either the air dry clay or some Play-Doh. Alrighty, so now I have some tan Play-Doh. I'm going to have to find some more tan, or try and create some more. My tan, like I said, from the air dry clay got all messed up when it got mixed with the red in the bag, but that's okay. I just don't know if the Play-Doh will pop out. Oh, it might. Okay, so if you're doing Play-Doh, you just might have to reshape them a little bit. Okay, they turned out so cute. I think the Play-Doh works. I could let them dry. I could let them dry in the pan for a little bit and then pop them out, and they might work a little bit better so you can see the bare faces. But if I wanted these like glued down, I would not want to glue them down onto this plate, because these are the kind of plates that I like food to be removable. I would just make one of my own plates. This isn't a plate, but you know what I mean. I would just make one of my own and put them on there, and then put the syrup and the fruit and all that on maybe one of my own homemade paper plates. But, and however, that didn't really, this one didn't dry very well. But I do love the bare pan. That is cute. I have or I don't know if I still do, but I had a pan for Christmas time that we used to use when the kids were little. But that's what it reminds me of. But this is really, really stinking adorable. We're going to let those dry on that plate. And then we're going to move on to this one. And let's see what we have here. We have some graham cracker crumbs. We have a table. We have the other piece of the table. Here's a little placemat. We do have our placemats over there. Alright, we have cherry. It doesn't say cherry what, it just says cherry. So we'll go ahead and put that over here. And then we have cheesecake filling. Again, this is the resin. I probably would use this. It would be more for decor in one of the refrigerators or cupboards or something. We already did the graham crackers. What's in here? Probably our tip. We're gonna put all the tips over there. We have another spatula, that's cool. We have some more tongs. I do not see a fork or anything in there. Looks like we have a cake stand. I have so many cake stands. Another cake stand. I mean, I have a lot of cakes, but I don't use a lot of the cake stands. I just don't. Let's put it up there like that. Okay, so graham cracker crumbs. I'm not going to open these right now. What's this? Oh, yay, we got a yellow bowl. I think I already have a yellow bowl for Penelope's house, because her house is more decorated with yellow. I think I already have one, but now I won't feel bad for painting the one pink, I guess. Or the pink one. I guess I won't feel bad for painting the pink one orange, because now I have an extra bowl. Alright, let's go like that. Here is the mini springform cake pan. Okay, I gotta open this now. Let's see, what are they talking about? Because I don't know. Oh, that's a cute little cake pan. And it comes apart. Oh, I love it. It's perfect for the bakery. We need to make a cake. We should make it chocolate, shouldn't we? Or should we make it another flavor out of Play-Doh? Or air dry clay? Alright, so I decided to take the red and green air dry clay, mix it together so it's kind of reminds me of like a red velvet. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. In this cool little cake pan. I think that looks adorable. Alright, so we have some cake batter in there, and the last thing that we have is, what is that, frosting? Drip icing? Drip icing. I find that these aren't too bad, the ones in the tube, but, and however, I don't know. Alright. And I think that's it in here. Yep. We have some cherries in here. Those are cute. Those are some adorable hand-picked cherries. Those are adorable. So maybe we can decorate another cake or make a pie or something like that. Maybe a red velvet cherry cake. But I'm not sure yet. We'll let this air dry clay dry. Then we'll pop it out, hopefully. Hopefully we can pop it out very well. But anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful time here. I hope you get to relax, enjoy, and create in your mini world. And I will see you very soon. Bye!